Hello, Virgo. This is Destined Divinity Tarot, and I'm working on my first set of zodiac readings. As I was getting into your guys' energy, I was sensing that one thing for all of you is an internal battle of some really strong emotion. You are feeling some type of way right now. And I have been only doing 2 choices for all the zodiacs so far, but as I was really only aiming for 2 cards and 2 piles, but I think that you Virgos are I think that a lot of you are going through something and they're different. I will say that this first one here has the most relationshipy sort of energy. I do believe that this is going to be a situation between you and somebody else, if that helps your decision at all. But this one here, this one feels as if it may involve somebody else as well, but more, it feels less, this feels romantic. This does not. And this feels like, this feels like the rest of you who aren't going through a situation with somebody else that you can think of, right now. So I guess that's the best way that I can put it. This might be for those of you in a romantic relationship issue. This might be for those of you in a friendship issue. And this might be for those of you who are just having some sort of internal issue. So if you're drawn to more than one, that's totally okay. And do remember that as a general reading, maybe you do have a relationship situation, but you're drawn to this one, and that's okay. Maybe there's going to be messages here for you. Don't try not to think too hard about it. I just wanted to give you guys some direction because I thought it was really interesting that I got so many different situations come up for me while channeling your energy, because that did not happen with everybody else. Like, all the other intros were only a minute long, and you guys, there's a lot going on here. So group 1 is Death with the Tourmalated Quartz. Group 2 is the Fool with the green celestite. And group 3 is Strength with the Tiger's Eye. So choose the group that is drawing you in the most based off of your intuition, and I'll see you there. Hello, Virgo, group 1 with the Tourmalated Quartz. And the main energy for your reading here is Death. So something intense is going on between you and somebody else right now. That is what I knew right away. And another reason that I was so sure is because these just fell out just right next to each other. I was shuffling my deck, channeling Virgo, group 1, and these literally came out right next to each other. And then this one popped out eventually with like a little bit more shuffling. And I was just like, holy fuck. Like this reading, this is going to be a little intense. So let me give you a little background information on Radha and Krishna here, the princess and prince of wands. So these are from Hindu mythology. Radha is adored by Krishna, but Krishna tends to leave her behind a lot. He tends to go off and do his own thing, and he entertains a lot of other women, but he never ceases to see her as above everybody else, you know. One thing that you'll notice is that they both have flutes in their hands, so music could be a huge thing between the two of you. And I just want to remind you guys, in tarot, genders don't matter. That's irrelevant. It's the energy that matters. And typically in a relationship, you're going to have one masculine energy and one feminine energy, regardless of your gender. So as I'm going through this reading, just adjust the tenses the way that you need to, okay? Because I'm not going to sit here and try to like remember to like think of every possible situation. You guys know as well as I do that there are a million types of love situations out there. So just go with it. I personally think that you, Virgo, watching this right now, is being represented by the Princess of Wands, Radha, here. So that's telling me pretty much just that I think that you're feeling very... I don't want to say forgotten. I don't think you're feeling forgotten. I think you're feeling... I mean, these they're looking away from each other, and then we've got death here, and the way that this bird is looking out is like longing, and it's as if, you know, I think you guys are longing for each other almost, and shit, man. I don't know. I literally need some more information. I just know that that you guys have a very, very strong connection. You have a very strong bond, but you're going through something very intense with each other right now. So let's see what you need to hear right now. And I do want to also say, if this is somebody like from your past, like maybe with them looking away from each other, like you're in some sort of separation with this person, this could still have some messages for you. But this to me feels more like a relationship where you two are together but emotionally distant. You know, like an intense change has happened between the two of you that that is I think drawing you apart in a way, and not that you really want it to. What do you really need to hear right now, Virgo? What do you really need to hear? Okay, taking that one. All right, so the Prince of Cups. Very interesting. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I was seeing this card while originally getting into the energy of Virgo, and it it's like this one over here is really wishing that Krishna, this one over here, would be a little bit more like this. She's wishing that he would just come to her and offer his cup of love. Like she's really wishing for him to show up for her, emotionally. I think that you right now, Virgo, are feeling single and you're not. And like I said, if this is a past situation, this is how this person used to make you feel. Like you're very strongly attached to them and very loyal to them. And I think you do everything that you can for this person to make them happy. And you still just feel like they're looking away from you. And since he's sitting next to the Wheel of Fortune, it gives me this sense that what he's not what he's focusing on instead of you is I'd say something superficial, like I think they're seriously in defense mode. Like the intensity that you're going through, I think that this change is something that's happening to the both of you, something huge that has changed your dynamic. Maybe you moved, maybe you had kids, maybe you got married, maybe you it just something really changed in the dynamic here between the two of you. And it might be your dream come true and their fear coming to fruition slightly. Like they're not handling it the way that you are. And I don't think they're seeing it the way that you are. I think they're just running, from running from their feelings, running from the change, maybe running from the person that they need to be now because this has changed. And that's leaving you feeling very, very overlooked. But I want you to understand that since you're being represented by Radha, it tells me that you are worth every last fucking bit of, admiration and love and understanding. And she's beautiful. Okay, she's an amazing story. I do encourage you to look up Radha and Krishna if this is resonating with you. I don't really remember very much. I just remember that it's Hindu mythology, and I remember that fuck. I don't want to talk too long because people keep saying that my videos are too long, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I talk a lot because I don't think that people understand me, and I don't think that you feel understood. I'm relating to this feeling here. I'm not exactly relating to your situation, but I do know wholeheartedly this feeling that you're having of just like, can you please? Like, can you please just get with the fucking program and see me, for God's sakes? Like, can we make it more like this, please? Like where we're both accepting this change, where we're both accepting each other and working together. So What's the message you need to hear right now? I think the message that you need to hear right now is that this person is in running mode. They're not handling things the way that you are, period. And I don't know how that helps you, but I really sincerely hope that it does somehow help you. And don't forget that if you don't totally resonate with this, there are 2 other readings to choose from. Not that I'm trying to make you listen to me talk more, but shit, this is so interesting. I mean, somebody out there is going through this right now. And I really would love to know about it. I would love to know if you if this made sense to you, and I would love to know if it didn't. So please don't forget to leave me a comment. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for future zodiac readings, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Virgo group 2. So you chose the main energy of the Fool and the green calcite here. So the Fool is not always about, like, you don't have to take that so literally. It's not that you're foolish or anything. There is this sadness to the expression on his face here, but it is the first card in the tarot. It's number 0. So it does speak of new beginnings. And I'm getting more of a new beginnings feeling from this. And the other 2 cards that came out here for you were the Daughter of Stones and the 2 of Stones. So this tells me that at the moment, I think at the moment you're learning something to do with how to handle being independent, you know. I'm not getting the sense that you're codependent or anything, but maybe that you've spent a lot of time with somebody else and began to sort of go along with their energy and forget your own journey. That's what I'm hearing right now. I don't know if that's going to be for everybody, but let me see what else we have for you. What do you need to hear right now? What does Virgo group 2 really need to hear? Okay, so this just fell on my arm. And then, so we have the 7 of Swords and the Universe for you. Definitely a new beginning here. Definitely, I feel that you've been served with with something new, something that's changed either what you're doing or changed a friendship or relationship you're going through. So the keyword for this card is uselessness. 7 of Swords. And you'll notice all, like, there, it's kind of like a tornado, and inside the tornado is all these faces which is really interesting considering that you've got this image here with her just face on, you know, like one identity. So it definitely does go with that whole maybe that you were feeding into somebody else's life too much and forgetting to live your own, you know, a slight identity crisis. Like, wait a minute, what do I actually want to do? Spirit is definitely saying that you need to dig into yourself a little bit more. You have 3 signs representing earth energy here. You know, you are a Virgo, you are an earth sign. So once again, we're hearing to find some balance and harmony within yourself again and start thinking about the things that you really want to do for yourself. So if you have been spending a lot of time contemplating your next move or spending a lot of time thinking about somebody else's moves, then I think that in order for you to gain the clarity you're looking for, you need to pretty much start from the beginning, is the message here. Like, start from the basics. I think that your Virgo mind has got a little too deep into this entire thing. You know, I think you've put a little bit too much. What's the word I want to use here? A little bit too much strain on its meaning, maybe. Like, I think the universe is showing up because Spirit wants you to know that anything that's meant for you isn't going to pass you by, you know? So don't spend too much time trying to make something work that isn't, you know? And if somebody isn't working with you on something, to just, if somebody's spending too much time focused somewhere else, do the same. I really hope that that helps somehow. And if it doesn't, I really want to know that as well. So please leave me a comment and let me know what did make sense to you, what didn't make sense. And please don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And also remember that if you were not relating to this reading, there are 2 others to choose from. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Hello, Virgo Group 3. You chose the Tiger's Eye and the main energy of strength. And what I'm getting from this group is that there is a fucking fire burning deep in your soul right now. I don't totally know what I mean by that yet, but it really does seem like the fact that you chose this group, you chose strength, which represents Leo, and you chose Tiger's Eye, which it also represents Leo, and it represents some other signs. You can Google it because I don't want to lie to you and say something wrong, but and then you like looking at it, it's very earthly, you know, it can bring you to that Virgo vibe as well. But I just really think that you've been in this place where you've been standing on your own for a long time. And with the whole internal battle of emotions that I was getting at the beginning of channeling Virgo, I think that you're having trouble like being in control of the emotions that you're starting to get in regards to facing everything on your own all the fucking time. So, judgment, Aeon. One day I'm gonna figure out how you actually pronounce it. And then the Empress. I think the Empress is showing up for you because one of your main messages is that even though you may forget sometimes, you do have a very grounded approach to emotion. Most of the time, when you're in your element, you can look at things quite practically, but when you do get set off, like you're set the fuck off, like this right here would be some mad Pluto energy. And that goes along with, the intensity that I was getting from your emotions right now. I don't think that you really know what to do with that emotional intensity happening for you right now, because of the fact that most of the time you're very in control of it. But I think you're just kind of tired of being so independent and having nobody to rely on but yourself. So let's get some more information about that. Okay. I'm not sure. I think I want this one. Yeah, that's the one. And one more. Okay. 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 Have you been, have you been tempted to have you been tempted to like do some devilish things? No, I'm just joking. So the devil isn't always, it's not really a bad thing. It's not like a card of evil or hell or anything. But there is temptation here. There is planning here. And then so alchemy came out as well. A divine mixture, yin and yang sort of message here. So what do you need to hear right now? I think you need to hear that. I just heard that if you're tempted to give up, if you're tempted to give up, if you're tempted to give up and maybe go back to something that you know, then I think your message is to stay strong. This is like tempted to go back to something that didn't work out in the past, that didn't, tempted to go back to something that didn't mesh because you're starting to feel lonely maybe. And they're reminding you the strength that it took for you to walk away in the first place and to start standing in your own power in the first place. They're reminding you that this is you. That you do not need anybody else. You know this. I know you know this. Like I said before, you've been at this a long time, and that's why you're starting to feel tempted to go back to things that might not be good for you anymore. So I think your message is just to keep moving forward and don't lose perspective, because as life goes on, everything changes, energies change. So nothing is ever set in stone. And to a Virgo, I could see how it may seem, things may seem very yes or no, black or white, you know, that, when a Virgo says something, they mean it. That's one thing. And I think you just need to know that whatever you said before, you meant it. Don't go back on it. And this could be like you're tempted to go back to an ex. This could be you're tempted to hit up an old friend of yours that you stopped hanging out with because it didn't seem to serve you anymore. But you're feeling lonely. And the point is, like, don't go doing anything destructive, you know. Just continue planning and standing in your power, because every change is inevitable. I don't even need to look at a tarot card to tell you that it won't be like this forever. Okay, so just remember that. Just remember that you've already had the strength you needed this far. So just keep on going. Don't revert, don't retreat, don't self-destruct. Just keep going. You got this. Okay? You fucking got this. You have strength in the Empress representing you right now. So I really hope that made some kind of sense for you. And if it didn't, I would love to know about that as well. So please leave me a comment, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more zodiac readings. Share if you know any other Virgos that might relate. And I'll see you next time.